Alrighty.
Man,
So
here we are, spitting
what you
food
have-
all over the place.
what did you have for dinner?
I haven't. Blake
Oh.
made fried rice and chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura. We made pork and beans on toast. But I put extra.
Good meal.
I put extra bacon in it first to fry up the bacon, and then I let it cook. Put in extra molasses and some syrup and pork and beans on toast. Really enjoy it. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Yes, it's been a while, a whole week. And it was great. Oh, it has. Oh, yeah. This is my Heather. Heather number 1. Yes, it has been a while, a few months down the road. Wow. So, how's Ontario? How's the weather there?
In Canada.
Yeah, but how's the weather there?
Well, it's weather.
Yeah, that's true. It's weathering weather. So, we can pull for these two since they're here early.
Why not?
Yes, let's start with Laura. Okay. And cold and snow. Hi, Liam. So, how's the animals, Heather? All right, Laura. This one. This one says it's for Laura. The 5 of Cups. Okay, I know she looks upset, but how do we know she's not laughing because everything's working out the way she wants it to, but she just doesn't want to see people see her laugh? Okay, so this is taking a few minutes and looking at what you have and saying, hey, this is going the way I want it, but I'm still a little upset about what's behind me. And that's okay to be upset a little bit about what's behind you, but you don't have to concentrate on it. Laura, turn around, have a look at where you want your future, where you want your life, your love, and everything to go, because this says it's going to happen. Okay, so we have a mad dash of people. We have Liam, Rachel, Faye, Kathy. Hello, everyone.
And Laura, I was presented with the Goblins card for you. And the great thing about the Goblins card for you is it represents what's going on. And it talks about what you give your energy to. And right now, the very clear message I'm getting is that you need to, my dog's delivering it, by the way. You need to let go of the things in the past that have been disturbing you and whatnot, and quit giving energy to the people. Just a second. Hey, knock it off.
Wow.
He's just. Hey, can you just grab it, please?
Someone must be disturbing the force in your house.
Yeah.
Anna, we'll get down to you. Start at the top and work our way down.
Sorry. Basically, the Goblins card talks about being aware of the energy that you're giving to the things in your life that aren't working for you, and taking the time to redirect that energy into areas that are going to work for you. Hey, I'm going to bow out for a minute so I can deal with this.
Okay. When you come back, you can fill in anyone that I've already read for. Okay. Hey, Heather. I'm going to pull a card for you too, but I have 2 men, one young and one older here wanting to say hello to you. And they are definitely the Hermit. They're from your past. They just want you to know they're around you and that I'm feeling a lot of strength and comfort from them, as though they're trying to just let you know that no matter what is transpiring inside your world right now, Heather, that they're there, they're helping. And I'm not sure if one of them is like a Mike or a William or a Rick. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's not a common everyday name. And they're just, it's what I want to say is put your hand in my hand, because when you can feel their hand around you, or they can feel their hand around you, and there's some sort of, I don't know if you did a document at one point in your life, or you wrote something and the document is either being represented or it's being talked about by other people. But there is definitely something here about documentation being renewed, recognized, brought forward. So it could even be that maybe you've come across a newspaper clipping about it, and it could be that. It could be something like that that is happening and you are able to see it. So I'm going to say also the other part of that was that I'm to tell you to be proud of who you are. I'm still on Heather, Sean.
Okay. Hi, Heather. I was presented with the Metamorphosis card for you, and a very, very clear message that this is a time for great change, that you can choose to have anything you want in life and to have a different life than you have right now. Real clear direction on housekeeping. Clean out the things in your own personal house that need to be cleaned out. And I'm not talking your physical house, but your mental and spiritual house. And make the choices to have all the beautiful things that you wish to have in that house. This is a great time for it. And that card represents great change that changes quite easily. Always remember that most caterpillars become the most beautiful butterflies.
Okay, so Liam is next. Hello, Liam. Liam, I picked the devil. And with the devil, it normally means you're not tied to anything in particular, but this one makes me think of raw power and learning how to use that power in a really positive manner and using it to develop not just character, but I think you may be using it with your children as well, as helping them find a direction, moving into a spiritual conduit for them. And just use it wisely. Don't just go in with a raised fist, so to speak, as a metaphor, to say, okay, this is the way we're doing it. This is how I see it. I think you're going to have to use the power and adapt it and change it to each person involved in the learning curve.
Well, since my darling sister pulled the devil card for you, I don't know if I want to pull a card. So everybody knows Liam and I know each other very, very well. We've been friends for a long, long time. And I could say something about the devil, but I'll just let that card speak for itself. You can sort of, he's laughing right now. Liam, I was presented with Follow the Leader for you. And a really clear message about finding out who the leader in your life is. Are you leading or are you being led? And this is a good time to develop that distinction and make sure that you're the one leading your life. It's your life. You lead it.
Well, that goes along with the devil because you get choices to make. And I did talk about leading.
He knows what I'm thinking.
I know.
I don't need to say a word there.
Hi, Rachel. Hope you are having a great beginning of March. We have here the 9 of Wands, and this is growth, Rachel. Everything looks a little barren, but as you can see, March comes, the weather comes in, leaves, and, in like a lion, out like a lamb, or in like a lamb, out like a lion. But this shows growth around you, Rachel. It feels like things are going to begin to grow, expand. And this obviously for me is business related. And I'm just saying that things may be a little bit of a standstill, but I do feel, I can also do spiritual here. I do feel that both work related and spiritual related, they're going to come together and you're going to see it grow just like a maypole. Wind itself around.
And I was presented for you the coming apart card. And I'm going to be a little bit in contradiction to my sister. I'm going to say that there are things in your life right now that will come apart. It's more what I'm seeing in the image is it's like a snake or a grasshopper or something shedding their skin. It's shedding the things that are old and whatnot, which seems to be the theme this evening. Just shedding the old skin to create something new and beautiful. Before new stuff can come together, the old stuff has to come apart.
It's still the same theme.
If you say so.
Yeah. Hello, Cousin Faye. I have here
Faye.
The Ace of Wands. And this is energy, pure raw source energy that you're going to be pulling on. And I would also say make sure you get your numbers counted to be sure everything's working there and you don't have to make an adjustment on any medication. But it's also writing, Faye, and I think we've said it before about you writing a book. And so I'm putting it out there again that there may be a need for you to write a book. So be open to it because the messages are coming and they may come at you in the middle of the night, 3, 4, 5. And if you wake up and you feel that, then I'm going to say, please write it out. Even if it's just a short passage, you never know what's going to come from it.
And I was presented the One Ring Circus card for you. And the message that's coming with it is that to be grateful that this is a time when you only have to deal with one ring circus, that a great time to focus on new projects and things that are going on in your life. Because instead of having to multitask everything, this is a time when things will come down to that one ring circus, the center ring, and you'll be able to focus on the main show.
Okay. So Kathy is next. Hello, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Oh, that's interesting. I picked the Two of Pentacles, and the first thing I was thinking of was balance. But then I noticed that the ship in the distance where you can see the smoke over here, it's sort of like a ghost ship. Okay. So it could be an idea, a plan, something you want to do, but it's still just a figment of your imagination. And it's going to take a little work, a little balancing to make it happen. But I actually think you're going to do just that. And there's also the balance around money. So I'm going to say make sure you aren't just spending because you've got the extra money to spend. It could also be watching where you put your pocketbook.
And I was presented for you the Bone Collector card. And the message around it is to gather about you that which is yours. You don't need to hoard it or covet it, but just keep it close because this is a really magical time. The Bone Collector represents that magical time that's about to break free in your life. And just have what is yours around you to be able to enjoy and take full advantage of it.
Okay, so Anne is next. Hello, Anne.
Hello, Anne.
Okay, she's new. I've never seen her before. So Anne, I pulled the Chariot, and this is move, shift, but it's trusting your instincts. It's knowing that things can look black and white, but there's always that little bit of gray in the center that allows you to view it from a different perspective. And this is also about making a choice. And the choice is simple, yes or no. If you trust your instincts, if you listen to your intuitive voice, you know exactly which way to go in. And it seems to be that it could even be that you are listening to, because of the little gray area, spirit and everything, but maybe it's just a case of listening a little bit more.
And I was presented with the Earth Healing card for you. And you can see the angel reaching out to the child being on the earth. You can see the face in the background. The message that's coming through with it is that this is a good time to put your feet on the ground, literally. That the closer you can connect to the earth, the more, I want to use the word stable, but it's not stable. The word's grounded. You'll be, if you're in a place wherever you are where you can actually put your bare feet on the ground, that is the best approach for you right now. But just being in nature would be a good thing for you right now to allow you to have that clarity and stability and groundedness to make the decisions that you're facing at this point in time.
Sometimes it's hard making decisions. You know, you just want to leave it up to the grown-ups.
Yeah.
I think that's supposed to be us, right? So,
well, I've never been accused of being a grown-up. Okay.
Me neither.
So.
Okay, so next is Christina. Hi, Christina.
I don't know where you are.
Right after Anne said, may I have a question? Do you see any communication from my male friend? The answer is no. But we already talked about Anne. So
what about Heather Christine up here?
Where?
Right below the first Anne. There's Liam O'Neill says, good evening, D'Arcy.
Right. I see it. I missed Heather. Okay, Heather, the other Heather. Totally missed her. I was reading down.
Skip right over because, you know.
Oh, okay. I picked the Hierophant. And the Hierophant says to me, stand still and listen. Be open to communication beyond your sight. Messages are coming to you, and this is spirit. Messages from spirit, Heather, are coming to you, and it feels as though it's definitely a loved one. I would say like, okay, dad, grandfather, uncle, it's on that side of the family. And they just want you to know everything's okay. Have faith, be patient, and you're already kind, but, you know, maybe it's be kind to yourself.
And I was presented with the Spark card for you. And in the background, I have the band playing. Thank you. They're playing This Little Light of Mine. And the spokesman is really just saying, this is a great time to let your light shine. That you have this beautiful heart and this beautiful spirit. And the more that you can just open the doors to your heart and your spirit and show people who you really are, now the greater things that will come your way.
Okay. So next is Christina. Okay, so I'll get it right this time. Laura liked the message, especially the dog's comments. So, do you see that?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. The dogs enjoy getting involved.
So, Christina, this is about changes, not death as in someone's dying. This is all about change. This is about heading into a new direction of allowing yourself to be open to persuasion, as long as it's being persuaded the way you'd like to see it, not necessarily the way other people want to see it. And they're saying that there's new messages coming towards you, as well as a message from a loved one, but this person's alive. So they may be telling you something like John. Okay, it's the JG sound. John, George. Maybe he's not alive. And there's a message coming towards you to, again, have faith, be patient, because the end results are paying out. So it's something obviously you want to do, go to school, whatever. Trying to fix your hair there, a little late, Sean.
My horn was sticking out, sorry.
Still out. And they're saying just have patience.
I was presented for you with the stuck in the mud card. And yeah, exactly. I'm being told that this is just a good time for you to be still. Be still and just allow yourself to develop into whatever is coming. This is a time to be still and wait for the message. So I'm going to agree with D'Arcy. A great time to just be open to the message and see what comes. And just be still. Know that it's coming. Know that you're cared for. And everything will be fine.
Okay. So Heather says she fell up and hit her head, and that there were security cameras, and she was rolled over onto her side. She felt hands, and no one was visible, but it looked like she rolled over. And I would tell you, a son, and an older gentleman. And I don't know if he's dad or a friend of yours, but that is who I would say rolled you over.
I would agree.
Definitely loved ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's next here?
Rachel,
Sorry.
you two are funny.
No, we've.
Love this.
Well, Rachel, love you too. Faye, I'm glad you thought that was cool. So get to work, start writing.
Pedro.
And Pedro. All right, so I love his little alien face.
Hey, not an alien face.
It is.
He's a being just like the rest of us. Quit being so
Okay.
prejudiced.
No, it's an alien face. Okay, let's pick a card. So, oh, nice. 10 of Cups. Emotional happiness, achieving this result you're looking for, bringing that sense of family towards you, that connectiveness that goes with family, and that could be with family or friends. It doesn't always mean exclude one or the other. And it also, to me, means about that satisfaction that goes with a job well done. And also, again, trusting yourself, your instincts, because this is all universal love and light that's going there. But I really like the swans and their little ducklings.
And that was presented for you with the rescue card. And the very clear message that there's somebody that you've been either thinking of, avoiding, or considering reaching out to lately. And very clear message that you need to be in contact with that person. This is the time where whatever bridge needs to be built there can be built by both of you. And really important to reach out.
Okay. So next is the Irish Start 16. What does Spirit want me to know? Time to look elsewhere. Irish Start. It's time to look beyond what's
Irish
staring
Star,
you.
darling.
Star. Irish Star 16. Okay, I am blind, but most of the time. But this is look out, look beyond where you are stationary. Don't get stuck in the mud, as Sean used earlier. This is about journey. It's about exploring your horizons. This could be work related. I don't think it's home related. It feels more work related.
When I read your question, what does Spirit want me to know? Spirit spoke up quite loudly and said, first off, Spirit wants you to know that you are loved. That you are loved and cherished and supported and cared for. I was presented with the compass card for you and a clear message that if you just follow your heart and follow what you know is right, that you can't lose your way. But most importantly, Spirit really, really wants you to know that you are loved.
Hi, Jessica. Kisses right back at you. Jessica, I picked the star. This is you coming above everything and just finding that empowerment that you've been looking for inside your life, and knowing that as you move forward, the choices you're making are based on your desires, your wants, your needs, and the fact that you're actually being pushed in the direction of making your own choices, not necessarily someone telling you should make them. This feels like this has been long coming. Thanks Sean's dogs for that. And that this is the time to make those choices.
He wants to be involved tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just throw the blanket over. I don't know what's going on with him. My grandson's staying with me, and they're trying to get his attention. I was presented with you for the Golden Palace, and really the clear message that this is a wonderful time, that the treasures that have been laid up in heaven for you are coming now to you, and that this is just a great time to relax and allow life to happen.
Okay, so hi, Jalen. If you want to ask a question, go ahead. Just put it in there. We'll give you a few minutes before we pull your card. Okay.
Blake, you're going to have to get up and throw the blanket right over them.
Well, there's music for you. Okay, so next is Tracy. Hello, Tracy, and how is Calgary?
Did we read for Jaylyn?
No, she wants to ask a question, so I said we'll give her a few minutes and let her ask the question.
Okay.
And if we don't see something here shortly, we'll pull, like in the next two people, we'll pull for her. Okay, so Tracy, I pulled the 9 of Cups, and this is about contemplation, but 9s normally mean you achieve your end results. But this tells me that emotionally things are all beginning to fall into place, and that you can literally pick which idea, concept inside your life that you want to work on right now. You don't have to work on all of them. You can take your time and work one at a time. And that would be my suggestion. Her hands are in her pockets and she's strolling. It looks like she's strolling through water, but she's not actually knee deep or anything. It actually looks like she's walking on the water. And so I'm thinking whatever it is that you're hoping to achieve in the next, let's say 9 months, 9 weeks, that pick one thing, work on it, and then move forward.
And I was presented for you, Tracy, with the listening card. And the message I'm hearing is that this is a good time to listen. And I've been asked to remind you that only 5% of listening is done with your ears, that the other 95% is done with your other senses, and that this is a good time to tune into those other senses, to listen to what's going on in your life, to be able to make the decisions that are in your best and highest good.
Yeah. Okay, so, well, Heather, I'm glad you're okay, but they said put your hand in mine because I'm there to guide you. So I would definitely say that it's your son, feels like a son, and an older gentleman who are looking after you. And boy, are they ever looking after you. Okay, so Jerry is next. Hello, Jerry.
Hi, Jerry.
I picked the 9 of Pentacles. And Pentacles normally reflect money, but this is slightly different for me when I look at it. What I'm thinking is passage of time, a watching time from 2 perspectives. One, we look back to see where we've been, what we've done. Not that we can change it, but at least it gives us an idea of the kind of person we are, what we've learned, how we've grown, and how we've been able to let go of things inside of our life. And then this is the turning around and the magic of knowing that there are endless possibilities in front of us, and that we could pick anything and go in any direction. But because of our past, we also know that if it's not working, we can alter that and change it into a new direction. So I'm just going to say, remember your past so that your future isn't repeating where you've already been, because I feel like this is all about change for you, Jerry.
Well, I'm going to agree, because I was presented with the coming to life card for you, and a very clear picture of things coming to life for you, possibly a new opportunity right now, whether it's work or some activity. It feels like work, that there's a new opportunity just about to happen or happening for you right now, and that this is just a great time where your heart and your joy and your spirit are coming to life with it. It's quite exciting, and so I would just grab on and enjoy it. You've earned it.
Yeah. And just to answer Heather again, yes, Jason and Henry, absolutely. So let's pull for Jaylyn, since I don't see her asking a question. So we'll just go ahead and pull a card. Okay. Jaylyn, I pulled the 7 of Swords, and this is, again, look at what you have, the challenges in front of you, and let go of what feels like it's going to be too much to pack. So don't pack around ideas, concepts, burdens that you know you're never going to get to. And they're saying that there's lots still here for you to do. It's just you have to weigh your load carefully. And given that these are swords, if you don't weigh them carefully, then you're going to get cut. So, Jaylyn, really important that you really look at how you're going to deal with now, the present, as well as your future, and what you need to help you get there. And this is also about communication, so maybe the way you express yourself.
And I was presented for you the wide open card. And the band struck up and started playing the song Turn On Your Receiver. And that's really the message that I'm being given, is that this is a good time for you to turn on your receiver. There is a message coming through that's very important at this point in your life. Very, very important. And just take the time to find a quiet spot to meditate, or to get away from the ongoing onslaught of life. And you just need a few minutes to be still and quiet and allow that message to come through, because it's a message that's very, very important to you at this point in time.
Okay. Hi, Jeanette. How's it going? I hope everything with the house is going good. Okay. So I pulled the 6 of Cups. And this is literally moving away from the difficulties around you and finding them falling into place exactly, not 100% the way you want it, but at least manageable. So I would say the house is slowly coming together, and you should be looking at moving back in probably in the next 2 weeks if you haven't already. And they're saying, take your time, unpack slowly. This is like getting a whole new place to live in. And they're also saying that emotionally, the idea that when you come in, there's that feeling. As kids, we went through a house fire. Remember that, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up living in tents in the yard until we could get the inside cleaned, scraped, and put back together. But in the process, we also lost an old dog. So every time you walked in the house, you could see Manfred. Well, I could. And the thing is that you eventually move away from what caused the sadness into a more bright future. And those memories that were there are still there. They're just now going to be different.
I was presented the Deep Freeze card for you.
Yeah, she had that.
And when this card came up for me, the gentleman on the other side speaking to me, he said to mention to you the song The Rose. And the gist of the song is that even in the darkest of winters, the seed is there. And that when spring comes, that seed causes the plant to grow again and the roses to bloom again. So it might seem like it's not so great right now, but just remember that spring's coming and the rose will bloom.
Yeah.
And
totally
that's
agree.
not that far away.
Yeah. So, Jessica, you're welcome. And hello, Lily. How are you?
Hi, Lily.
Lily, the Empress. Take time, meditate, center yourself, listen to spirit because they're definitely talking to you. And it looks like she's holding a baby in her arms, but it's actually a bubble. But maybe you're going to spend time with your grandchildren. I really can't believe you have grandchildren. But this says to just enjoy and nurture life all around you because you are the person people will come to inside your family to look for answers. So be open and use your power wisely.
And I was presented the Field of Dreams card, which is one of my favorite cards. But with it came the message, if you build it, they will come. And it's talking about building that, not so much the physical building of something, but building that place that draws people.
Mm-hmm.
My friend Jacob said it quite well the other day. He said, you build this place around you that just draws people in. And COVID and all, what happened is this guy walked up to us in the parking lot and without saying anything, just wrapped his arms around me and gave me a great big hug and just told me that something I did months ago had such a profound impact on his life. And, you know, I don't know what it is, but it's just when you open your heart and your life, those beautiful things happen.
They do.
And this is a time for you to do that.
Yeah. So, Tracy, I'm really glad Calgary is good and you're welcome. Liam wants to know what's the easiest way to open your third eye? I have a smart ass remark, but
so do I, but go ahead. You first.
Just hit yourself right in the middle of the eye and that should do the trick. Sorry.
Honestly, though, it's focus. It's just a matter of, and it's not hard focus. It's gentle focus and letting go.
Yes.
It's letting go of the belief that it's closed because it really isn't.
No. And in all honesty, you can actually massage the third eye and speak to it.
Or you can just open it.
Yes. Well, yeah, because you can actually sort of pull it up and open, and then you'll get your third eye showing. And it could be a totally different color than the two eyes you already have. So just be prepared. Okay. You're welcome again, Tracy. And we have Monica. Thank you, Heather. You have a great evening as well. And Jerry, you're welcome. So, Monica, let us pull a card. Why is it hard to let go of my past? Oh, it's actually hard for a lot of people to let go of their past. Not many people can because there's resentment normally attached to something that's in your past. Or there's a desire to repeat something you shouldn't be doing. I would say this is about contemplation, writing it out, letting go. And letting go is hard. I mean, it's hard. For most people, it is hard. I mean, I just figure it's like a pair of pants. Once I've taken them off, throw them in the wash machine, then I've got a brand new future in front of me because the pants are clean. Not many people look at it that way. Sean's trying not to laugh about the pants.
Yeah. Can't say I look at it that way.
I do.
Monica, actually, this card was very fitting for you.
It was.
Protecting treasure.
But it's the right kind of treasure.
As a psychic, too open of a forum for me to share with you what I see. As a coach, because I do both, why is it so hard to let go of your past? Because it's familiar. Because we're so afraid of what we think is the unknown that we want to hang on to what is known, even if it's painful. And so we hang on to it, even though it's painful. And that's why the protecting treasure card came up for you. Because though you look at it and you go, oh, it's terrible and whatnot and everything, we still protect that past as if it was the most desired treasure to have. it took me all my life to get to a place where I could let go of stuff in moments. And that's only been in the last year for me, that I can actually let go of heartaches and things that I think are slights against me and stuff. I can let go of them in moments now. The occasional one sticks for a few days, but on the most part, and it's just a matter of practicing and realizing that you don't have to hang on to them, that you can choose something new and beautiful. And yes, sometimes it means people are leaving you, but sometimes those people need to leave your life. You need to
Yes.
let go of those people and
And
allow yourself to love yourself.
And that is why sometimes I end up changing my pants 3 or 4 times a day, because it's way easier for me to let go that way. I could equate that to changing my socks, but because I tend to sit and worry about the things that happen, that's why I chose to change my pants. Honestly, it does work. Okay, so we have Alicia. And no, it's not too late to ask for a card. Okay, Alicia. Ooh, I got justice. This is balance. Whoops. This is balance around you. It's making sure that your silver and gold actually balance each other. So this is about money too. Sean's laughing because his dogs are up to no good, which means it's Gibbs. Okay, now you'll have to tell us.
Sorry.
Okay, what is it?
He's wrapped in a blanket.
That's what I thought.
And he's trying to walk around. He's got just the tip of his nose out from underneath the blanket, but he can't figure out how to get the rest of himself out of the blanket. So he's running into everything.
Yeah. As long as he's not taking things out, you're good.
Okay.
So
it's all good.
Alicia, this is about balance, like I said, and this is the balance of life. It's the balance of your soul. It's the balance of practical and spiritual. And it's just everything's beginning to fall into place. So take it slowly. Don't rush it. And strangely enough, this may also be either about marriage and children or children. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, Sean.
And I was presented with the encouragement card for you. And as you can see, mother encouraging her child. And this is a great time for you to receive encouragement from somebody that you love. And it's a great time for you to give encouragement to people. Just being shown that you have a beautiful, beautiful heart and that people are blessed to have you in their lives.
Okay, so Jeanette, I'm glad it's going along. I'll put it out there 2 weeks, and then you can be back into your old place. And hopefully the weather has improved down there in Texas.
Jeanette, if you haven't watched the movie The Money Pit yet, watch the movie The Money Pit. And all I'll say to you with that is 2 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a common theme in that movie.
So I think Jay Lynn is probably the same person we've already read for who was on YouTube. It's too unusual of a name.
I don't think so.
But she wants to know, she has a temp job right now, and she wants to know when she should be finding a permanent job. I would say anywhere from...
Okay.
Oh, that's because Lily said thank you. And
that's Harleen.
Jeanette, Jeanette, Jaylyn, Lily says thank you, Harlan, then Jaylyn. I'm just jumped down to her question since she's up there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say 9 weeks to 9 months. Sorry about that. I know that's not quite what you're looking for, Jaylyn, but that's my impression is, and the more you worry about it, the farther away it's going to get. So I'm going to say take the temp job, because by taking the temp job, you're moving into something that's going to become permanent. What do you feel, Sean?
Well, I drew for you the magic prayer card. And the message I'm getting with that is that stay with the temp job for now, but your prayer for a more stable, permanent job will be the result of this job.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Harlan. Hello, Harlan.
Hello, Harlan.
I picked the Six of Swords, and this is communication, but it's moving from difficulties into a more smooth sailing. So instead of going like this, you're going to be going straight now. And it basically go with the flow. Okay, stop fighting it. Just go with the flow. Maybe you're headed into a romantic encounter. You could be making changes inside your life, romantic, emotional, or work related. And the more you fight it, the harder it becomes. So this is saying go with the flow.
Well, funnily enough, I was given the wrong hand, making a choice card for you. And as you can see, whatever choice you make, whatever path you follow, the end result is somewhere beautiful. But the big thing is that you have to make a choice. You're at that place where you can't stall anymore in making that choice. So now's the time. Make the choice, turn left, turn right, and head in that direction. You can't go wrong.
Okay, we have two new people, Sean. We have Destiny
King.
And Destiny, I pulled the Wheel of Fortune. And this is literally being in charge of your own destiny. No pun there, okay? You're in the driver's seat. What you choose to do, you do with conscious thought. Now, I'm not saying spirit doesn't button and have a few things to say, but you're the person who's doing what you want. So follow your instincts, but remember that every now and then you cannot drive down a road straight without tilting the wheel one way or the other, because the road will move a little bit. And that's what they're saying about your very destiny. Whichever way you're going in, remember the wheel needs to turn a little bit so that you can keep an even course.
And I was presented with the Heal the Ouch card for you. And the message, though not entirely clear, is talking about, it feels like there's a disruption in the family, or maybe not biological family, but extended family with you. And this is just a good time to reach, or maybe it's just a friend. And this is a good time to reach out and try and heal that wound. It's a good time to make peace with everybody. And you definitely have the ability to do that.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Oh, yes.
So
some it's easier for some than others.
Yes, it is. Now, before we read for Rhonda, I just want to address, Christina put this up earlier and I missed it. And it's, she says, thank you. I love that you can hear the band. My grandpa Morris on my dad's side was very musical. He played the most beautiful fiddle.
Yes.
So I just want to acknowledge that. Oh, Destiny, my husband was murdered 6 months ago. Destiny, this is not something we're going to talk about on a public forum. If you want to IM one of us after, you can, but yeah, so I'm terribly sorry about it, but yeah, I still stand by, and I believe Sean will too, by what we said. Your destiny is now in your hands. It's what direction do you want to go in? So if you do want to IM, you can either IM Sean or myself. Sean, I'm taking liberties here. If she wanted to ask you a question, is that okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. I feel like she's got a question, but she's not coming out to say it. Unless she wants to say it. But this is something I would think better private than on a public forum.
I will share one thing. He does say that he's sorry.
Yeah. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. He said he's sorry, and he's sorry that he hurt you, and he's sorry that he's left you, and he's sorry for everything around it.
But he
And
can't
maybe that
change
bridge
it.
you need to build is between you and him.
Yeah. Okay. Rhonda. She's new here as well. And Rhonda, I pulled the High Priestess, and this is contemplation. This is also looking after your diet, making sure you're eating properly, and also sleep. I almost feel like your sleep patterns are disrupted. So I am going to say to really look after yourself, especially over the next 6 to 8 weeks. There's a shift or a change around you, making sure you're eating, you're sleeping, and you are also getting plenty of fluids.
And I was presented with the first ray of power card for you. And as you can see, she's holding a light inside the body, the celestial body of the universe. And really just getting the message, Rhonda, that this is a time when you're really coming into your power as to who you are as a being and a person, and really just opening up to the world and life and everything. And if you just take the time to every day to take a couple of minutes to yourself, just to breathe and meditate, it's quite a beautiful place that you're moving into. And it'll be a great experience for you.
Okay, Destiny, since you opened the door, can I ask, was your husband shot? If you don't mind answering that. Good night, Faye. Kathy, she says she feels like her life is going to change in the next 6 months. Is it a good change? My answer is yes.
Yeah, the band struck up and said it's time for a cool change.
Yeah. Okay, so a few little housekeeping. Penelope and I will be on tomorrow night. If you'd like to join us at 6:30 Pacific time. And Sean and I will be, yeah, Rhonda, you're welcome. Good night again, Faye. And Sean and I will be on
again next week.
Next week. Sorry, Destiny. Yeah, I am me or Sean. So, and other than that, really enjoy the fact you all come out and join us.
Yes.
And I hope you all have a great week. And thank you so much for being patient. Let us having last week off. It was highly appreciated.
Yes, it was.
And yeah. Yes, you have a good night too, Kathy. So, well, my little spill is may love, light, joy, and happiness and peace find you all in mysterious ways.
And may you all know that you are loved.
And
not
definitely
just
on
by
that.
us, but by the universe and every being and entity in it. Good night and much love. We'll see you next week.
Okay. Blessed be everyone.
Bye.
Bye.